Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Hakwadash. Double honors to the teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Lord, when this lesson may be edifying and straight to the point. Pretty much concerning the message that the prophets of the Lord is coming with, man, in which it's not at all a message of peace, but it is a warning of the evils, of the pending dangers that soon to come here to Babylon the Great. And this message that the prophets come with is supposed to put a sense of urgency in you, man. Matter of fact, let's start out right here. Salakia. This the book of Salakia. Let me grab this real quick. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 19 and verse 3. He say, and say, hear ye the word of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, O kings of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will bring evil upon this place, that which whosoever heareth, his ears shall tingle, man. You see, and pretty much because this message that the prophets is coming with is an eerie sound, man. It's a warning ultimately to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to repent before the Lord bring forth destruction, man. It's an eerie sound to someone who has a 10-year plan or a 5-year plan. You waiting for your son's graduation. Your son just got accepted into Alabama on a football scholarship, and you come across the prophets and you hear that America's about to be destroyed. That a global famine is arising, is on the horizon. That the dollar is going to collapse. Those who got the jab, the juice, pretty much is going to die. Hey, that straight fear in the average American that's trusting in this system. You see, because ultimately the scriptures say that woe to the world and him that dwell therein. It's like in them that dwell therein. You see, and ultimately woe going into death and destruction. You see, and to them that dwell therein, ultimately those who dwelling amongst this system, man. That's an eerie sound to them, man. And it strikes fear, and which it should, you see, because let's go here. This the book of Hosea, chapter 3 and verse 2. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. You see? So the speech of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which comes by the mouth of the prophets, it puts fear in the masses of the people. Esau, Edom, ultimately Jake, man, because Jake is fully invested in this system, man. So when Jake hear the words of the Lord, he either roll his window up or he just keep going to the point he just trying to get the hell out of there, man. Jake don't want to hear about no famine. Jake don't want to hear about all hell breaking loose. He don't want to hear about cannibalism. He don't want to hear about FEMA camps and that Jake don't want to hear that, because ultimately Jake under the vibration of peace. Jake is living in a peaceable habitation, man. You see, in which the Lord is for to pretty much break that peaceable habitation, and you're gonna be left to dwell in torment, man. You see, ultimately because you didn't want to hearken unto the mouth of the prophets, in which the Lord speak by way of his prophets, man. That's how you are able to hear the words of the Lord, by the mouth of his prophets. And this in the book of Luke prove that. Let's grab it real quick. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. You see? So ultimately, Yahushua speak by the mouth of his prophets. His word is conveyed by the mouth of the prophets to the masses of the people, to understand and know the season that you're living in, or to understand and know the things that's soon to come here and to take place here in Babylon the Great, man. Hey, you wouldn't have known if it weren't for the prophets to come convey this message to you, man. And it's ultimately all a warning from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to repent and get your spirit together before all hell break loose here in America, man. So again, verse Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 2. O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known, and wrath, remember mercy. You see, and ultimately, that's what the elect is seeking for, that mercy in the midst of the wrath that's going to be taking place here, man. And ultimately, that's what Jake should be seeking for. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that should be the main thing that you should seek for, rather than to turn your ear away from hearing the message, from hearing this warning. You should seek to understand how to deliver your soul in these times, man. You see, because ultimately you hearing the warning and turn your ear is not going to stop the warning from coming. If you turn the radio down, don't mean the song ain't still playing, man. You know, you can switch the channel. You can go to a different station. Yet that message still playing on that channel, man. You know? So you shutting your ears to the mouth of the prophets, ultimately the warning of Yahweh Shema Shai, it's gonna lead you to death. You're gonna die knowing that these things are gonna come, man. And it's gonna consume you when you actually see it happening. You see, matter of fact, let's back that up. This is Ezekiel 33. Alright, this is Ezekiel 33 and verse 2, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow up the trumpet and warn the people. And ultimately, that's what the prophet's doing. They come to warn you, man. Hey, if peace was ahead, there wouldn't be no reason for the prophets to be out. The fact that you see the prophets of the Lord shows you that danger is coming, man. A warning come before destruction. And what he warning you of the sword, in which the sword brings forth destruction, man. You know? When he say, verse 4, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword cometh and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. You see? Because you turned your ear away from hearing the warning and hearkening to the warning. You didn't want to consider. You didn't want to inquire on how to be preserved from the famine, on how to be preserved from the great deaths, from the missiles, you know, from the FEMA camps, from death, period. You wanted to make a video and scoff. So ultimately, when a sword come upon you, it's going to consume you and you're going to die. And your blood is going to be upon your own head because you didn't hearken to the message. You see? But the flip side, verse 5, he say, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. You see? His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh the warning shall deliver his soul, man. You see, because ultimately the prophets is coming with a message that brings forth deliverance. Yeah, of course, you know, we make known the terror of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, that's how we persuade men. You know, but ultimately, it's to preserve you, man. It's to make you ready to the battle, to put your whole armor on, man, so that you'll be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. If not, you're going to be consumed, you're going to be overtaken, you're going to be deceived, and you're going to die. You know? But only if the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with you, you're going to be able to escape these times, man. You know? Because now the elect know what to pray for. We know to pray for mercy, man. Mercy from the famine. Mercy from the evil man, which is Esau Edom. Mercy from the missiles, man. You know? But those who don't hearken unto this message and hear the mouth of the prophets, which is sent by Yahweh Shema Shai, the powers of heaven and earth, you're going to die, man. Unless you repent. Noble Lord, willing is edifying to the elect, to those seeking salvation through our Lord Yahweh Shai. As always, giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Hakodash. Lord willing, until next time, I say Shalom, DTA, Abba Babal, Shalak Rayam to America. Soon.